Be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Hello, welcome back to another video, and yeah, all the outrage seems to be over the pricing on the next Switch, or, well, certainly not a Super Switch, but yeah, none of that today. Something that's sort of flown under the radar. In the first Direct they had the week before that with all the games that are sort of coming out. They show Metroid Prime 4, but that's going to be what? For both systems. So I'm considering that. That's going to be the Breath of the Wild or the Wii U. Metroid Prime 4 is that equivalent for the original Switch. So it might become a collector's edition at some point. But anyway, I am here to focus on Gradius Origins, what it is, what it isn't, and yeah, it's pretty much not what I asked for. But anyway, we got the 40th anniversary of the arcade collection, and a collection featuring the quote origins of the quote Gradius series. Includes Salamander 3, an all new entree. Okay, it should be entry, but into the legendary side-scrolling shooter series. No, it's a side-scrolling and vertical scrolling series. So I mean, okay, I'm just so pissed off. I'm gonna try not to swear during this video, but this is just bullshit. But okay, so yeah. First of all, you got Gradius Origins, and you're doing Life Force or Salamander 3, and you don't even know what type of game it is. Anyway, so if we scroll down a little bit, this is the official Konami.com website. I'll link in the description, of course. So you got Salamander 3 on an Origins collection. They're including a new game. What the hell? Anyway, you can see the icon for Gradius. You can see the icon for Gradius 2. There's Salamander, and then there's Life Force, but they're pretty much the same game. Then there's Gradius 3, and then I think this is Salamander 2. But this collection features 18 versions across all 7 arcade titles in the series, including the first ever appearance of Gradius 3 AM Show version on home consoles. Available for Nintendo Switch, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Steam, August 7th, 2025. Pre-order now, and we'll go over the limited run to show you the pre-order goodies, although I think it's also on this one, but whatever. We got an announcement trailer. I mean, that was on the Direct, so you can see that. Titles, they're really pushing this Salamander 3, which I don't know. Anyway, you can click on this for more information, I think. Okay, so this is the latest from M2 Company Limited. So yeah, they're doing the ports, and they got a pretty good track record. So it's not them that I got the problems with. It's Konami themselves. And you know what that hashtag is. If you know, you know. Requires you to master the art of burst attacks. Okay. Thanks to the brave efforts of the Crown Prince Lord British and the hero of the Gradius army, peace was restored to the watery planet known as Lattice. Anyway, it's got some story. You know, that's not really important if you're playing a shooter, but it is what it is. Then we go over to Gradius story. Okay, so you know, it's gonna have some videos for each game, and that's cool. Like we said, Salamander, Life Force, which again, basically same game. Gradius 3, no, Gradius 2, Go for No Yabo. Gradius 3, Salamander. Okay, and here is my main beef. If it's not big enough, you can zoom in. But basically, here you got Gradius. You got JP ROM version. You got the JP Bubble version. North America version Nemesis. The EU version Nemesis. And the North American prototype Nemesis. Okay, so you got 5 different versions of the same arcade title. However, and problem number 1, I mean, we're not even going to get to the missing games yet. But problem number 1 is they're trying to resell the same crap they just sold us on the Arcade Anniversary Collection. They had the Japanese version of Gradius. They had the North American version of Nemesis already there. Okay. On top of that, Salamander. That one was on there in both versions. And Gradius 2. Go for no yabo. We got JP early version, JP mid version, JP late version, North American version, Vulcan Venture. So, 5, maybe 6 of these titles that they are pushing here were already released on the Arcade Anniversary Collection, along with Scramble, and I think Castlevania Arcade was on that, and what else? The helicopter game, and there were 8 games total. But yeah, okay. So they're pushing stuff they've already sold in the same collection, and honestly, only the hardest of hardcore Gradius people would even know. I don't even know the difference between these versions. But only the hardest of hardcore people would know the difference between the JP ROM version, the JP Bubble version, and the North American version of Nemesis, the EU version of Nemesis, and this prototype, which may or may not be completely new. It's in red, as is Gradius 3, the JPAM show version. Okay, so a lot of that stuff seems like it should be the extras. Like the North American version of Nemesis was an extra from the core title of the main 8 games that they sold before. Okay, and then like we said, Salamander 3 is a completely new game. It does not have any business being on a Gradius Origins Collection, if that is what you're going to call it, and obviously they are going to call it that. Anyway, so new mods, support features, and quality of life improvements. You got quick save and quick load. You got rewind, easy mode. Okay, easy mode I can see that should be good for training, but rewind, I mean, if you're using it to practice, to get better, get through certain sections, I'm fine with it. Save states are good for that purpose on the PC and what have you. I think this does have save states. But if you're using it to sort of cheat your way through trophies, that's kind of not how it was intended to be played. Invincible mode, okay. So what's the point of even playing the game then if you can just, maybe not even hit a button? I wonder if you could like walk through the entire game without pressing the button to shoot anything. Training mode, I have no idea what that is. Online ranking, I guess, well, let's find out. It's got a little icon for magnifying glass. If it wakes up here. Okay. So there you go. On top of like this and rewind seem a little redundant to me, and easy mode, that all seems like redundant to me. Online rankings, that's going to be good for, again, the hardcore players. I really don't care. Sound gallery, which would be like a music player, that's cool. Visual gallery, cool. And Gradius guide, which come on. I guess it's showing you one of the bosses there from, I believe, Gradius 2. And yeah, so that could be interesting. And then you got the collector's edition from Limited Run there. And yeah, a little bit more limited version or download version there. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so getting back to it. Yeah, like we said, we got 5 games being resold to us and a bunch of nitpicky versions that, again, don't mean anything to me, but will to the hardcore arcade purists. But what we don't have are Gradius for the Nintendo Entertainment System or the Famicom, which is probably where most people first encountered the game. And it's not on an Origins collection. None of the home console versions are on here, and that really pisses me off. That is complete bullshit, Konami. PC Engine version, which might be the best version. of the game. It certainly was when I did 31 Days of Shooters. That's not there. Let's see. Gradius 2 has a PC Engine version. It has a Famicom version. I think the NES got a port that was very under the radar, but that's not there. Gradius 3. Uh, okay, so we got the arcade version in the 3-4 remake, but where is the Super Nintendo version, huh? And not to mention, like we said, it is missing Gradius 4, it is missing Gradius Gaiden, and it is missing Gradius 5. So, all you had to do was include the home versions of all of those games. Honestly, the ROM files are not that big. So, I mean, there's already a lot of games, but you're missing the key games that people want, especially Gradius 5. Okay? So, it's not what I wanted. I don't think it's what Gradius fans want, especially since we already got a lot of this, and I'm just pissed off. That's not M2's fault. That's on Konami. And the limited run collector's edition is actually kind of decent. I've got 3 tabs open. There is absolutely zero excuse for the computer to be sluggish right now, just because I'm recording a video, which is par for the course. Okay, so you got the super huge version here for it's just big money. Switch and PS5 and Xbox. But what it comes with, let's see if we can't. Come on, zoom in. Thank you very much. Okay, so a lot of the limited run ones come with this box here. That's really cool. It's a sort of a pseudo 3D, but it's got the like if you're playing on the Super Nintendo, you got the 4 parallax scrolling, 4 different layers. So I mean they look really cool, and I was even gifted one for Mega Man, so I know how awesome they are. And I believe the limited run even includes lights. You'll get the old school version, which I'll just click over to in a few seconds here. And you get like all the different color covers for the game, so that's cool stuff. You get a poster, you get the full soundtrack, and I'm not. Oh, I think that's for the marquee. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, it lists the game here, and so it comes with the game again. Classic silver box with metallic ink, 2 alternate cover sheets, 4-disc complete soundtrack. Shadow box lights up and plays music. Light up desk marquee with 7 swappable panels. Development document and art book. The poster I mentioned, 7 art prints, and it looks really cool. But for $180. I just can't at this time. We can go over to the classic edition. And you know, it's got the classic NES Konami gray box, which looks really cool. What I will say though is that for some reason the Xbox version seemed to be a little bit different in size than previous Switch or PS4 versions I got. That was the Castlevania Advance Collection. So, you know, be careful if you do want a standard set. I don't know why they were different sizes, but that was just the case for that. So this is a much cheaper $70. And finally, where's the standard edition for you got Switch and PS5 and Xbox. So there you got the, that looks like Gradius 3 to me. Oh, but we got different cover art. So you can click on that. That's, I'm not sure which Gradius it is, but and then one of the Life Forces. So yeah, you can get 3 different covers. So that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Gradius 2 cover, Gradius 3 cover, Salamander 3 cover. There you go. So that's only $40 for the Switch. Let's see if that's the Switch tax. No, PS5 is the same, and Xbox. as the computer decides to freeze up, is 40. Okay, so some of them in the past were 35 for the disc versions, but these all seem to be standard. Okay, so yeah, if you're gonna get a limited run, might be the way to go. But again, it's a very incomplete version compared to what I was envisioning, and a lot of repeats. And there's nothing wrong with an arcade focus, but when you exclude all of the console versions, uh, it's just very half-assed. And again, that's on Konami. M2 does good work. And yeah, some fans have issues with the Gradius Origins, and they have a point: incomplete and frustrating. So, a few websites and YouTube videos are on the same page here, but again, it's being way overshadowed by all the Switch 2 controversies. And, I don't blame them, because you go from a $70 Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom game, which was already the $10 increase. And then Mario Kart World is $80 because Nintendo's greedy. But yeah, another video for another time if I get around to it. I mean, it's been done to death, and I'm really pissed off, so I don't want to go through that. But yesterday's shock announcement that Konami and M2 are bundling up key Gradius entries along with brand new entry in the Salamander spin-off series are very welcome indeed, but it didn't take long for some concerned fans to spot potential problems with the upcoming Gradius Origins Collection. Yep, most obvious. There are some notable titles missing: Gradius Gaiden and Gradius 5, which I already mentioned. There's no Gradius 4. Yeah, Gradius Advance, all of the Game Boy and Advance games, right? There's no Nemesis for Game Boy or Nemesis 2. Gradius Rebirth apparently was a thing on Wii UWare, which is now Vaporware, unless you have it downloaded somewhere. But, yeah, especially the NES versions of Gradius 1, 2, and SNES version of Gradius 3 are much more balanced and more playable, in my opinion. Arnaud Calistri over on, what is that butterfly? I don't know. Oh, is that Blue Sky? But yeah, so, I'm not the only one. People get it. This is not the version of the Gradius collection that should have been released. Or should be released, since it's coming out in August. Okay. Time's running out. There's more to this article. I mean, I've gone on for, 17 minutes already, so, like, sometime today. Thank you. Of course, if it wasn't loading everything in the world here. And this fact, this only includes the arcade versions of each game. Yeah, again, at least 5 of which were already released for the systems. Let's see. And yeah, Konami has divided the franchises up into multiple packs. Castlevania has 3 collections so far. And perhaps we'll get a second Gradius pack in the future, which would be better in my opinion, because it has all the games that are missing, and then there's some stuff there. But anyway, so that is the Gradius Origins Collection coming out here on Switch, PS5, and Xbox. Let me know in the comments what you think. Am I just being too nitpicky, or is it half-assed? But yeah, let me know if you're a Gradius fan, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep dancing.